why hello, come inside. Got the keys. Woo! Today's the day. And also got a little present as well from the real estate agent. Should I just open this? See what's inside?
Yeah, we'll open inside.
Okay, we'll open inside. Let's open the door. Here is the living room. As you can see, lots of room for activities, big windows, so much space. Yeah, so I think TV somewhere here. I'm gonna have the couch here, my desk in this little corner. The art that I'm going to make is gonna go onto this wall. Pretty spacious, pretty open and big. So it has carpet for now, but maybe one day I'll put like floorboards or something here. Anyway, let's go have a look into the kitchen. This is the kitchen space. It's quite bright with the natural lighting coming through here. So we've got a big window. Put a dining table here, maybe a little console. More of the art that I'm gonna make is gonna go here. Fridge, and then we've got all this like pantry space here. Oh, so in the future, this is the plan, to build a decking out here. So we open this. This is what the outdoors looks like right now. Come out here. This is the backyard. There's actually loops all the way around, as you can see. But anyway, the future plans is to build a decking that comes out here and for it to extend probably across this whole section. It'll be really nice in summer. This is the master bedroom, but very bright, big windows, and it's got a walk-in wardrobe and an ensuite. So we've got this walk-in wardrobe here. I haven't turned the power on yet, so I've got to do that. And this is the bathroom, which probably needs a little bit of a refresh. And then my room for the time being is going to be this one. I think I'm probably going to remove these shelves. I don't really want to sleep with shelves above my head. This will be my wardrobe, which I think maybe one day I'll put get like mirror doors installed here and like an IT system. Okay, so a little story time in terms of why I decided to buy a house and what sort of led me to my journey right here. So last 6 years of my life, I have been renting, 2 years in Singapore and 4 years in Melbourne. So the 4 years that I was living in Melbourne, I was actually moving house every single year. I was living in the city at the time and we were moving from apartment to apartment. One of the reasons was the owner wanted to jack up the rent prices after COVID. So he evicted us, and then a few months later we saw the listing back on realestate.com for $200 more. Some of the other reasons were not having enough natural lighting or outgrowing the space. I ended up moving in with my sister and her partner to an apartment in Port Melbourne. This was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. They had heavily outgrown the space. The place was exploding. And they also had a cat and a dog. And yes, they would fight all the time. So naturally we were like, okay, I think it's time to start looking for a townhouse or a house or a unit to rent somewhere a little bit further out in the suburbs so we could just have more space. I think that was the biggest thing, just having more space. At the time, I went to a lot of inspections. We applied to a lot of places. And sometimes I would rock up to these inspections and there would be like 20 groups of people lining up to view the place, which was so competitive. And most of these groups were families as well. So obviously it was really tough competition and we didn't end up securing rentals. So we kind of gave up on that for the time being. Moving house is probably one of the most tiring things that you can do. And hiring removalists are really expensive. It's a lot of effort. Because we didn't end up securing rental, I was like, you know what? I think I am just going to buy a place. So a few months later, at the end of November 2024, I started looking. I had my few non-negotiables in mind. Number one was natural lighting. I lived in apartments that were super dark and had no natural lighting. And honestly, it's a little bit depressing, especially when you work from home during the day and you have to have all of the lights on. Number two was just having enough space. My main preference was 3-bedroom. Because of the areas that I was looking in, I did have to open myself up to 2 bedrooms to sort of expand my search. Because after a few months of hunting, I think I went to probably over 100 to 150 inspections. So after a few months of attending auctions, not winning at auctions, putting in offers for some places, but not being the highest offer, I eventually found this place which was actually going for auction. What I realized was the good houses with good layouts, with good lighting in a good area will still sell for more because there is still competition there. Based on my experience and what I saw, these places would always go for a lot higher than the reserve and sometimes go a little bit crazy because people get very emotional and starting a bidding war. And that's not what I wanted to happen in this case with this place. And honestly, I think if I went to auction, I don't think I would have won. I think I would have competed against families or couples, people with deeper pockets, and I just don't think I would have won it. So I put in a pre-auction offer and I managed to secure this place. So anyway, so that's my little spiel on why I decided to buy a home. But for now, let's get on with this house tour. Okay, we'll come back through, look at the third bedroom. But on the way, let's just stop and have a look. This is the laundry, it's pretty ugly. So just, yeah, it's pretty ugly. But it is what it is. This is the other bathroom. The tiles and like the color of this is a bit like dated and ugly, but you know what? It's fine. We can make do for now. In the future, we're gonna change this and renovate it and make it look beautiful. So this is the third bedroom. It's right near the entrance. A bit smaller, doesn't have a walk-in robe, but I'm just gonna get a separate one and put that here. So yeah, that's all the rooms. Anyway, I think that is a wrap for the house tour. Tomorrow we're getting the movers to come in. It'll be a little bit chaotic for the time being because my parents are going to bring in their furniture. It's just going to be all over the place. Anyway, this is what the house looks like with nothing in it. Eventually I'm going to do like renovations. I'm going to decorate the place. So yeah, that is a wrap for the house tour.